brought to you by GameFound. Create a free pledge manager for your project.
Give the clip.
Yeah.
The clip.
Oh man, how's that sound?
Hey folks, I'm Tom Bassel.
I'm Z Garcia. Hi.
I'm Camilla Cleghorn.
Yeah, so Mike DeLisio is out today. We will just have to carry on without him, and Z has promised to give all the comments Mike would have given.
I won't stand for it.
Good. All right, folks, if you've never seen the show before, we take a look at crowdfunding projects on both Kickstarter and BackerKit.
We're looking at BackerKit.
I'm just kidding. There's nothing on BackerKit yet. GameFound, Kickstarter, possibly Indiegogo, and someday BackerKit. By the way, I heard that BackerKit is doing more than games. They're jumping into a whole shebang.
Oh.
Like they're not competing with GameFound. They're competing with Kickstarter straight up.
Okay.
That'll be interesting.
Interesting.
Because other companies that are not game companies use them anyway.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you looked at it? Are they live yet?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I've only gotten dates to come.
Backer click.
At some point, this show will take 3 hours. No, probably not. I think the number of game projects will be particularly the same as time goes by.
But we're going to add more things at the end, you mean? That's why it's going to be 3 hours?
Oh, no. Although we do got several this time.
There's a lot of great ones.
And that's,
Several I'm backing.
This is actually a week of nothing particularly. There's no big, giant project that's dominating the week from the ones we're looking at today.
I will say, I think there's one that I'm surprised isn't dominating. There's definitely one that I thought would be doing a lot better than it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
We usually look at stuff, especially on Kickstarter, that ends in the next week or so. So while there are some huge projects, Tsuro Deluxe, the new Simon Cyberpunk game, there's some other projects. We'll get to those. Oh, I know what game you're talking about.
Yeah?
Finally. Sorry.
There you go. You got it.
All right.
I don't know what it is.
That's because you're not in the loop anymore.
You're out.
Oh! I'm Mike DeLisio.
Because you're Mike today, that's why. The real Mike would know. That was a test. You failed.
Sorry. Get out.
And I won't stand for it.
You're doing
I'll
great.
be here all day.
Good grief. All right, let's take a look. Here we go. So we're starting with a
royally clever card game.
I'm just going to Court. It really bugs me when you call your game positive adjectives in the title.
It's royally clever.
It's a trick-taking game. I'm okay with that, although that cover would not sell me on the game.
The cover looks like a choice, at least. The rest of the look doesn't. See, that back, I like a lot.
Oh, I was going to say, I like that back, too.
And that fits the cover. I'm happy with all that. Then we get to the actual cards, especially these, and I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the art doesn't match the graphic design.
Yeah, the graphic design is telling me a different story. These are telling me a different story. And I know this is very indie. This is from a couple, I think, putting out their first game. Very small. And I get that. But they got somebody, or one of them themselves, made that cover, made that card back. That is good work. You need to carry that through. You have to continue that, maintain that aesthetic for the cards fronts as well, and I'm not getting that.
Okay, so let's say we take the basic cards here.
Yes.
Do you think I think cutting that black line out would help considerably.
The box didn't center, sure, yeah.
I don't think that adds anything. And then taking out, let's say on this one here, that whatever this line is across that middle one.
Yeah.
I think that would help. I don't dislike, I like this crown. I think if this crown was just here with the 1 and the 1 and the 2 and the 2 and the horses, I think those cards would be fine. It's the face cards the royalty
face cards are really they clash very much with the look of everything.
I also don't like the color palette. That green looks like a highlighter green. And so I don't understand it. You go from this black and white, maybe kind of a medieval look, to this really stark highlighter colors. Not quite neon, but
you do need different colors for the game, though. I don't know. But the game itself is you're trying to get objectives. That's interesting.
It's 3 suits. The problem is this is so close to so many other trick-taking games.
That's what I thought.
It's 3 suits with these kinds of goals. So it's the same, just about, as the For Duty game
I was thinking Indulgence a little.
and that one. Both of them are. Indulgence is a regular deck, I think, or at least 4 suits. But For Duty's game, Goblin King, or whatever that game's called, has 3 suits, special scoring conditions, and a special card that gets shuffled in every round. It's neat. It's a chaotic sort of trick-taking game, but it's very much this. So
at the same time, it's a small little publisher, so...
and I said that. If you're a huge fan of trick-taking games and you want to support independent creators and you think this looks good, feels like, it feels passionate to you, then give it a go. It's almost there for me.
Is this the one that has the print and play option as well?
Ooh, was it? There's another one
yeah,
that did
there's
that,
one.
right?
Okay, yeah.
Although
Which
I'm
I
never
thought
going to
was-
print and play a card game. That's too much work.
No, I agree. I just
What
thought
would
that
you
was...
print and play?
A roll and write. That's it, I think.
Was there any other kind of game you would print and play? I can't think of another one.
I print and played the Primeval Peril from Sleeping Gods.
You
I
did?
I also printed and played the Dice Theme Park.
Wait. Sleeping Gods Primeval Peril?
Isn't that what
What's
it's called? The little like standalone one play.
Yeah, it's when they first ran Sleeping Gods. They had that Primeval Peril, I think is what
I
it's
think
called.
that's what it is called,
And it was
yeah.
like a little taste.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
yeah.
And now that's
It
getting
did, yeah.
now that's getting built up and sold as its own thing with the new Kickstarter or a
I
new
like that.
GameFound.
Yeah.
But Camilla printed the whole thing. It took
The
her
whole
6
thing.
days, and then she played it once.
That
Was it
part's true.
worth it?
Was it worth it? Yeah, I think so, because it showed me if I wanted the game or not.
Your printer would beg to differ.
All
I
right.
had an eco
Crossroads Inn.
Oh!
The,
It had purpose.
the Innkeeper's Creed. All right. Become the king of all innkeepers, because that's what any innkeeper wants to be.
Also, that's Bob Ross. Anyone that tells me differently.
Oh, you said that earlier, and I didn't go look at it. I wanna-
Look
Alright.
at it. Keep
Alright,
going.
who's
that one, that's not Bob Ross.
That guy
That
works
guy's
at
That's Mike DeLisio.
Star Ponds or
I was
Pawn
gonna say,
Stars.
that guy I've definitely seen at a booth at Gen Con.
That's true too.
Okay.
Where is he? Where is he? Right there. Dude on the left.
Oh,
It's Bob Ross, baby.
straight up.
All right. I'm having a struggle with the look of this. The box, I don't dislike the art. I don't dislike the miniatures. I don't know if I dislike anything. It just looks a little muted, sorry. But I do like this idea of putting tiles on a board. This one looks interesting. I want to quick take a look here.
I think they ran this one before. I forget what I looked at.
This is the one they made the video game. So
That's
it's first a
right.
video game they made, and now they're making a board game off the video game.
These are all
that they
video
made.
games. So this is their first non-video game. That's interesting. It's not a bad jump the way it looks.
Yeah, it's got a lot going on, but this person looks like they're used to, because the last one, that circus one, is a video game, a solo app, deck building game, but only exists in the app or something.
Yeah.
So it sounds like they are used to messing with board game. The very best. Cheers. Like no one ever.
How do you know we lost audio? I didn't see anyone in chat yelling about it.
Because I could hear it in my headphones.
Oh, the
You mean
headphones.
you couldn't hear it in your headphones?
Pokemon.
Are we back?
Yes.
Oh, you didn't warn us! I could have said something really bad about Mike DeLisio, and that would have been awful.
Ho ho! You already did.
That's what I was counting on.
All right.
I'm Mike DeLisio.
Okay. Anyhow. So we're back. Simon's back.
Alright.
So talking about this
We're
project.
back. I'm
Yes.
glad you said it.
Anyhow. Do you want the copper mug?
Oh, I want the copper mug.
Cover mug.
No. But it is antibacterial.
think-
That's good.
As opposed to those bacterial mugs that you have to
Well,
buy.
copper, you know.
Anyhow.
No, that's brass.
I think I like this one.
I
I'm
don't know.
hoping.
One of the
I
two,
know
copper or
copper
brass.
they use for like muscle aches and pains. They'll make like copper socks and copper patches and things like that.
One of those two is actually antibacterial, like
Really?
as a metal.
I don't know. You're looking at me. I don't know.
Copper.
Copper?
Is it copper?
Did you Google it, Roy? Be honest.
No, I'm just, no.
You just
Okay. I
know
don't trust
things,
you. I
Roy?
don't trust
Really?
you.
You
I'm
just
gonna
know?
keep talking
Science.
about. I'm gonna keep talking about
Okay.
games here.
Go
Let's
ahead, Tom.
jump to the next one. Takkure relaunch. I like how the relaunch is with an exclamation point. Relaunch. We're not just relaunching it. We're relaunching it. So much.
Yeah, it's something. It's, anime inspired, right? That font and everything else. It's a rugby sci-fi game.
It's going to be a really niche. It's like rugby, cyberpunk, anime looking.
Well, there would be some
sci-fi.
There would be some people who would argue that rugby is bigger sports than, let's say, American football.
But again, when you put this cyberpunk, it says somewhere in there cyberpunk. So when you put that in on it and the anime style, I mean, it just it takes something big and just keeps chiseling it down.
Which is neat. To be honest, I think there might be someone out there that this checks all their passions. You know what I mean? They love this art style. They love rugby. They love sci-fi, futuristic, cyberpunk stuff. If so, if you liked all those things a lot, you would see this and it would blow your mind.
Absolutely.
That's okay. I don't think it's bad to zero in on something you really like that.
What is going on here?
That one person is being punched in the mouth by a robot
in the middle of
and everyone is just watching.
A diner. Maybe no, it's like a
person.
Hideout. It's some sort of hideout. They have plans on the walls.
It's not a hideout. It's like a store.
I love the guy sleeping in the back.
No, it's not a store. It's a storage facility.
Yeah, but that girl's happy that she's getting punched in the face.
The one right behind is happy. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yeah,
that guy's,
she is yelling.
He's a little annoyed, and over here she's irritated. And then this girl's
on the phone, I think, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. Her arm almost looks like it's part of the punching robot's body.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Is that its leg or her arm?
Anyway, I also want to say I think that the modeler for this is better than the artist. I like the models better than the art.
I did like that the art per group is very similar. I'm assuming it's the same artist did each team.
You're right. There's a big switch over from the art.
this artwork has its very own feel. It all looks very anime. I like that look. It looks like I'm looking at a manga. The other one has a different look.
Oh, I like that fella.
I do like him too.
But you only get him with an early bird pledge.
But I won't. So my understanding of this too is this relaunch. They're just bringing out two new.
Not a relaunch. Relaunch!
Hey. This relaunch is just like 2 new teams or whatever, and also an opportunity to get the base game again or something. Is that what I was?
Oh, there's another project coming up that is solely made. Well, we'll get to that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I will say I wish that they had shown a little bit more of
the game.
Right.
I'm seeing a lot of artwork. I get that it's futuristic, cyberpunk, and rugby. I got all that. Tell me about the game a little more.
You can download the rulebook, but I do wish they showed
this
more.
This introduction to the game here, though, it's like a 15-minute video, and I watched, kind of scanned through it, and he still was just talking about the game more than the actual gameplay, and so
it does look like it's a measuring game, though, which I'm not as excited about.
It just kind of blows my mind. Look at where you are, how far you had to go down, right? To get to. Okay, let me tell you about the game. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. All these Kickstarters, all these crowdfunding projects, if they are miniatures heavy, the first half is going to be renderings of miniatures. Big monsters, beastie, look at this guy, look at him move, whoa, back and forth. And then you have to dig deep in there to finally be like, oh, there's rules. Great. I thought I was just buying miniatures. Tell me about your game. Have you seen how many people are putting out miniatures? I can get those anywhere apparently now. Sell me a cool game too. It just seems so secondary to me. It sickens me.
It's the week of relaunches.
And frankly, I won't stand for it.
Thanks, Mike.
This didn't happen relaunch, which is a really bad title for the whole. I'm like, wait, what?
This didn't happen relaunch. Okay.
This is a time-traveling 1 to 4 players cooperative puzzle-solving game.
Do you mean Coop?
Yeah, not a great ending. Let's try this again. So the world blows up and you're like, nah, let's try it again.
Yeah, so you're puzzling it. You're flipping over cards in this one, trying to get specific symbols to be face up so you can cancel some card at the end of the line that requires symbol matching. And you move along the timeline, you can jump back and forth. Again, this one feels a little bit like that trick-taking game to me. Very indie. This seems more original than that. But very indie look. Very niche, very much someone just putting out something they made and like and want to crowdfund it, which again is fine. There's almost this schism now. Is that the right word? Rift or schism between clearly very much from big company kind of games that are probably mostly done, and you pay for them here, and help me fund this idea I had for this bizarre thing I'd like to make and nobody wants it. You know what I mean? But maybe I'll find the people that want it with this access to folks. This definitely falls into that latter camp.
Yeah.
It looks okay, you know?
Yeah, that's where I'm at. It looks okay. Space Lane Trader board game.
Yeah.
So, this was one I walked into Erman's. He was like, all these games look the same.
They
I
all
play
look
this
the
game? Yeah,
same.
he went
I'm
on a
sorry.
rant
I'm
after
looking
this
at this going, have we covered this?
I actually think this board looks pretty good. For a board, so there's many boards that have circles connected by lines.
Right.
Eagle Griffin,
In
remember the
space.
old Defenders at the Realm game? Some of them are very clearly circles connected by lines. This
Yeah.
one does that, but I think it looks better than most. For some reason, this graphic design works for me. Not
You
for
do
you.
like it? Okay, no, I don't care for it.
I
This game, when they finally mentioned that it was pick up and deliver, I was a little more interested.
I think it was the same thing as before. I had to go so far down to even find out not even how to play the game, but the mechanisms of it.
Yeah.
Like you said, it was about halfway down where you're like, oh, it's pick up, deliver. Oh, maybe some contracts in there. You know,
I do
building
like
up your
that.
character. It's like,
Yeah.
those are interesting things that I feel like I wish you had led with to get me in.
I think it looks
You know.
interesting. I like I like how this one looks a lot.
I think pick up and deliver is an underutilized mechanism in games.
Today.
They just don't make very many of
They
them.
do not. Although that new one we just got, the warp holes or whatever it's called,
Wormholes?
wormholes. That's
Yeah.
pick up and deliver
Okay.
for sure.
What do you deliver? Worms
Yum.
or holes?
Stuff.
Stuff?
Yeah. All right.
Interesting.
Heroes and Wizards, the card game. I'm almost out straight up based on the art.
I don't know
Really?
if I hated this one.
Really?
You like that art?
Yeah.
Oh, I hated it.
No.
This looks like an app.
I still hate it.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
I think this is cute. I had no
Really?
problem with this. I don't know if the game's going to be any good, but this is
Yeah.
this feels incredibly cohesive to me. Plus, here's what I like about this, okay? At the end of the day, you can take a look at about 6 images from this page and probably have a pretty good idea if this is a game you're going to like playing.
Yeah.
I respect that. You don't have to like it, but at least you'll figure it out quickly. And you can either dig in deeper or move along. Some of these other games, like that sci-fi game, this is a 4X game.
Right.
Kind of looks like a 4X game. Oh, it's a pick up and deliver? How long? How short? What kind? What's happening? All I know is it's in space, and you have ships that look like everyone else's ships.
Yeah.
This looks like its own thing. Oh, okay, little take that sort of cutesy card game. Got it.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
take
this. I don't know.
that, though.
I
It's
get,
take that, I'm out.
but I get this one. I get it quickly. I didn't hate it.
And I think they know that and they put that forward, and I think it's a very respectable project and put together. I don't care for the art and the take that gameplay. This one I had zero interest in, but I will agree that I think it's a very well done page, and if it does interest you, you know what you're getting, and it looks like what you see is what you're getting, and they're being upfront and are very upfront with that. So.
Man, this guy did everything apparently, like all that artwork and the design.
Oh really?
Is a
It's
single
one man.
person.
Oh, is he related to Ryan Lockett, perchance?
I don't believe so.
Oh.
All right, Red Fox playing cards enchantment puzzle deck. So this is in the playing card section, but it's more than just playing cards, I think. I didn't put this here to irritate you for once.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a puzzle search, not escape room, but like a puzzle search thing you can do once.
Unfortunately, I think that's all it is, because once you're done with that, I don't think this deck almost looks like it makes me think that somebody who's very good at art came and hand drew me a deck.
Yeah, and that's kind of what they're going for.
But that's not what I want to play with. I would just have it there for people to look
Yeah.
at, I suppose, on my wall.
I think
a
this
lot
one
of
is.
people who collect decks do that, though.
I think this one's really pretty. I guess my question though is, if it's the gameplay and stuff is on the back with the special red glasses, are the cards going to be kind of marked then?
It might not be on the back. I don't think it's on the
my
back.
understanding was it was the back.
Really? I don't know. I thought it
And
was
you can
just...
kind of look in the, if you look in the trees, you can kind of see how those red glasses would filter that. Maybe I misunderstood it, but
I don't know where it is.
I do
like-
like the art a lot, though. I like
I
the
really
vibrant
liked it.
colors. But
This
it's
is
clearly...
also like the third time they've done this same deck of cards, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Oh.
I must have missed
This
it.
is
the other
now the
times.
new thing is, and a puzzle, which I'm really not interested in buying a deck of cards to play a puzzle that's playable once, but then it's still a deck of cards. Again, that sort
may or may not
of
be marked.
necessity to pull double duty, it falls into the same camp as like our game is co-op and competitive, but also solitaire, and it can cool your drink down. I don't need it to do all that. I need it to be a game that is whatever it is best at doing. If it's cool my drink down, hey, that's okay.
Unsolved Science Case 01, The Object. A unique twist on escape room style games. What's the unique twist?
You gotta be smart.
I'm a little confused on that, actually.
What did you
Really?
think of this?
No, what is the unique twist?
It's science.
You have to do science experiments rather than puzzles that you're figuring out. You're doing like science experiments and
knife.
stuff like that. What? I
Yeah,
missed
go
that.
back up, Tom.
What?
Look, go back up one. Right there, look. Hold on, wait for it to cycle. Wait for it. Wait. Weapon!
No, you don't get the knife. It's your own knife.
Yes, Tom Vassell, back in now.
Actually, I'll tell you what. The science experiment thing, I do like. So for a while, me and Holly, we got these. I forget what it's called, like Matt STEM, some sort of science kits that came in the
Yeah.
mail, and you did cool science
Yeah.
experiments for no reason at all.
Yeah.
Well, I guess to learn about science.
you know.
Nah, I was
Come
there to
on.
grow crystals and explode stuff.
Okay.
It kind of reminds me of like the Kiwi boxes. You know what those are? Used in homeschool.
They come with kiwi fruit in.
No, man, no. So it's like
That's an apple box,
It's like a
though.
little stem. It's a little stem box that you get each month, like one of the subscription boxes, you know, and it comes with like some science experiment or some sort of STEM activity
For
that you do.
nerds.
So
That's
yeah,
literally
it's
what I just
totally-
said.
No, you said kiwis.
No, you
Well, no,
said
I said
kiwi.
the same thing, but then you just described and called it a different word.
Kiwi is the name of the company. Anyway, whatever. So these boxes, these subscription boxes, it's kind of like that, but it's an escape room. I think this is way cool.
This is way better
this is
than,
way better than.
Anything else we've seen, actually, I
Yeah,
think.
I really think this looks neat.
Okay.
And it says
yeah,
you don't have to know the background of science. They've made like a science database, you know, on the website, so you can go and all the information that you would need in there if you don't
Yeah.
have that knowledge.
They're not
you can
cheap,
go.
though.
I also like...
$42
But-
for a single-use
But
game
if it's
is...
well done,
Yeah, that's expensive. That is
know?
expensive. I did like that the guy in the video, he talks about, you know, you don't need a science background, and he also makes it clear this is for adults.
yeah,
This is not for children, right?
Right.
Like, this is going to be too challenging,
right.
too hands-on, too whatever for kids. That's a cool product. I mean,
like-
I don't know if I would necessarily be always in, like, the mood to do this,
Right.
but that just seems neat.
Right, but like when I was homeschooling my son, like I got super excited about science days, you know, when you get to like put the Crisco in your hand and put it in the ice water and you're like, oh, my hand stays warm. Like that's so cool. I love it. And if I can do like adult experiments
You're wasting Crisco in ice water?
to
What?
keep your hand
What
warm,
are you
like,
using Crisco
like a
for?
I'm
whale.
cooking with it is what it's for.
What do you cook with it?
Fried chicken.
How many times have you made fried
He's
chicken?
never,
You have
not
never
even
made fried
once.
chicken, sir.
I eat fried chicken on a
you-
bi-weekly
You can
basis.
eat it, but you didn't cook
Well, obviously, but... No one... Okay. Let's move on. to the best-looking game of the week. It's making a lot of money. Bretwalda.
It's Bretwalda.
Bretwalda?
Yeah, that's how they pronounce it.
So this does one thing I don't like in games, but it's a very personal preference. I don't want my game to look like it was made in the 1500s, but I know
the
a lot of people.
ornate, like
A lot of people like this. That's just a me thing. But this always, I'm like, meh. I want my game to. I don't know. I don't need it looking like it came out of the archives.
I think that's cool. I mean, again, I wouldn't want every game to look like that, but this seems to be very richly steeped in that history. And without that look, honestly, it doesn't look like there's a lot left. Like you need that look. It almost has that
doing
pieces,
really well,
pieces
though.
moving on the board almost looks abstract.
right.
Or is abstract, of course, but it looks very abstracted. So I think the ornate, over-the-top look helps in this one. I like the look. Look at all that mess. Look at all that stained glass.
I'm having a hard time figuring out how the game plays. It's just
Oh, I have no
they're
idea.
showing me a bunch of components that I've seen in every
Right.
other Euro game.
And even in the video, they talked about, oh, and then this clan does this, and this
They
clan does
like
this.
did
and
a
da, da, da.
history breakdown instead of a game
Right,
explanation.
exactly. It's like, but what happens?
The
You're just sitting
Saxons
here.
walked in, and then you see like a mini animated,
Right,
and you're
yeah.
like, okay, yeah, cool.
But like, did they play a card for that to happen? Did they roll a die to have that? Like, I don't have any idea.
Confusing.
It did talk about how there
Oh,
is the different
no.
strategy of you can hold back in the combat and build your armies up and then invade, or you can go attack heavy. But again,
Yeah.
how is that? Is that in tracks? Is that in cards? Like it didn't jump out at me. I'm not saying it's not there.
This
It didn't
is a
jump out at
rule
me.
book, though. That's for
That is.
sure.
Wow.
You know what else it is? Beige.
Wow.
Yeah, it's 32 pages of rules.
Okay, that's a big game.
Yikes.
Well, you never know. It might be excellent. All right. Well, they have like the
Okay,
in-game
well.
and current name of the city in case you get confused.
Very much
It used
a
to be
history.
Aberfrawl. Now it's... Wait, aren't those the same?
You're probably going to mispronounce all of these.
So I definitely think you should
York.
keep going.
I got it.
You got
right.
one.
All right. Bicycle, Wukong, Monkey King, Journey to the West, playing cards.
Now these I thought were lovely.
I'm never sure.
like
I
them.
thought you wouldn't like them. I can't... Because I thought you wouldn't like the fact that they're yellow. That doesn't bother you. I like it because it
Oh.
reminds me of mustard.
I like
What do you
it.
think of mustard?
I think mustard is excellent.
You're supposed to Mike D'Alessio.
Mike,
Oh,
I miss you, Mike.
what Ralph? I don't know. Mike D'Alessio.
So you like this yellow motif?
I do. Also, there's like 4 decks
Yeah.
and a skinny deck.
You like skinny cards?
They look cool. Look, go back. So it's the yellow and the gray or whatever it is, right?
This deck,
Yeah.
the one
Both
here.
of those
Yeah.
I think look very good. I do like the yellow colorization between these two best. In fact, I think the yellow one is my favorite. Then they have the green and the black with new artwork on these. Also very nice. Nice,
They're a little
symmetry.
busy.
Just
They're really busy.
busy or Disney? What did you say?
Busy.
Busy, yes. And then this deck I think looks really cool. A skinny little deck. I like that card back a lot. I think the cards designs in that skinny format look good. This is a great deck of cards. I might back this.
I haven't figured it out. I thought you would complain about these, and I was gonna say I like them. But all right,
You
cool.
like them too.
I like the yellow ones. I don't like the green and black ones.
My
I don't
favorite
care
is
about that skinny stuff.
I think my favorite is the yellow too. But some of the artwork on the other ones I really liked, like the characters that showed up in the secondary decks.
These?
You had like the pig and the like. I thought I saw
There's a pig right here. Pigsy.
Yeah.
Actually, it might be a human being, and he just looks like a
Make
pig.
that a little
No,
bigger.
he's a pig.
Can you
You want me to go in?
unpinch it? Yeah.
See, it's like a normal deck and an
Gosh,
evil
I
deck.
hate that so much.
You ate the pig?
I'm not a fan of this artwork.
What's evil? The guy put some lines under his eyes?
Yeah, and he has no pupils.
Oh, he's frowning even more. This guy's frowning, but that guy's frowning more.
Guy's frowning harder.
Gotta work to earn those frowns. All right, Ancient Blood, original soundtrack.
Wow, that's interesting musical instruments that they're showing there.
So this, which I believe Simon pioneered this one,
It's
a way-
wanna back it.
is a way to resell your game if you have nothing new to add. Make a
Right.
soundtrack.
Yeah, because you cannot Kickstarter the same thing twice. You cannot. They couldn't just do Ancient Blood Kickstarter. They've done that. So what you do is you're kickstarting the soundtrack, but also you can buy the game. We're offering that as an extra choice, as an add-on.
And you know this because if you go over here there are 208 people backing the soundtrack, and what is this? 100 people and another 8 backing the game. This $180 for the game.
For the
And then
game.
notice they
Ooh.
keep showing you the game, then they talk about the soundtrack a bit.
Oh,
I'm sure there's a
all about the
soundtrack
game.
involved in
No,
this.
no, of course there is a soundtrack, but I mean,
Did you
this
listen-
is what they're showing
Did you
you.
listen to it? Did you listen to the soundtrack sample?
No, is it any good?
It was really busy.
Here we
I
go.
think I'm the only one here that really likes.
Is that
Copyright strike.
fuzzy? I don't care about that. Is that fuzzy stuff deliberate?
It
You hear that
wasn't.
fuzzy?
It wasn't doing that on mine. No.
It sounds.
Oh, that's right. I think I might have a messed up speaker in this
Okay.
computer.
Well, it sounded cool, man. Yeah, that was straight up 9-inch nails right there. What you just got.
But it's not like that. And then it gets to like vampire screaming in the background. Like there's a lot going
I will
on
jump.
in it. Like that's too much. Like I think I'm the only one here that really likes music while playing games, right?
No, I love it.
Oh,
He
you do
hates
as
it.
well?
There's something wrong
Okay.
with him.
Okay, so I really
There's
like
nothing
it.
wrong with me.
Um,
I'm glad somebody said it.
you
Hey!
also never made fried chicken. But I feel like this is too, like I like background music really softly, just kind of setting the scene, getting into the theme and that kind of stuff.
Right.
But this one is, I would find this distracting
That
because
seems
it
like a
becomes
lot.
like a very big epic, like different jump scare sounds and stuff like that. And so I don't know.
I
wasn't
have
a
never
huge
heard a
fan.
soundtrack made for a game that sounded better than me just finding a movie that's in that same genre and listening to that.
That's a lot of what I do. Music scores or movie scores during them.
That's right.
Yep.
It's the best way to play games.
I disagree.
You get into the theme. You feel
All
it.
right. See?
Yeah, I can use my imagination.
I know
for
you've
that.
been
Thank
wanting
you
to
very
get
much.
into 18XX.
There you
Yeah.
go.
How about 5 at
Here's your
once?
chance.
5 at 1, and that third one is just called 18 Money. Is that right? What is that?
Well, the one before it's called 21 Moon.
Yeah, 21 Moon is a futuristic one, but
This is cool. This is a bunch of, they're letting the people pick which ones they want to reprint. They're bringing these 18XX games back. I think this is fantastic for the people who like this sort of thing.
these are hard to get, and this is a great way to get them.
It really is. Wow, though. If you're an 18XX player, this is the last 3 or 4 years have to be amazing for you. All these games coming back. I mean, that's
I mean, Kickstarter has been, just this crowdsurfing has been a huge help for folks that I know for a fact used to print their game out and sell it at conventions or sell direct. Now you can run a Kickstarter like this and hopefully, get some of that production and logistics streamlined. That's great.
I just like the name 21 Moon. I don't know why.
21 Moons. 21 Moon salute.
All right. So, was it last week we talked about the Dark Tower role-playing game? That was like a throwback?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago or last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
that was an
now-
actual Return to Dark Tower fantasy role-playing game making $80,000 based on a board game that has a giant tower. So they made their own giant tower. And I think you can use pieces of the board game in it. You have to be able to, the minis and stuff. I gotta say, this one blew my mind that this was a thing someone even thought of. Because I like Return to Dark Tower a lot. And it has some cool stuff in it, but it never occurred to me that I wanted to play a role-playing game in that universe. You just go around and slap monsters and
What
stuff.
game, as an experiment here, what game can you think of that's a board game that you would like to play a role-playing game in that setting?
Tidal Blades?
Oh, that'd be
Well, there
cool.
is such a thing coming, right?
There is one coming.
Okay,
Yep.
a board game that I like the setting. I would love to play a role-playing game in Ryan Lauka's stuff. I think his
Just like-
universe,
Oh.
his
Sleeping
universe
Gods
is
or something like
Arceum.
that. and that's-
Arceum or Sleeping
Arceum.
Gods. I think they're two different universes,
They are, I
actually.
think, yes.
Um,
Arceum role-playing game, that's cool, yeah. Okay.
Blood Rage. No, I'm kidding. I don't want to live in that universe.
Agricola.
I don't want to live in any of Seamon's universes. They're terrible.
Ooh, that'd be a good one, the others. I'd play a role-playing game in that setting.
Oh, that would be interesting.
I'd be afraid. All right. Anyway, this is interesting, and I'm glad for everybody involved. It's kind of we don't normally talk about role-playing games, but it's just kind of a cool crossover thing.
It is a weird thing. But it's clearly, licensed. They're using the artwork, the whole shebang. And that was clear right off the bat because I scrolled down. First thing I did was scroll down and look at the company. And I'm like, 99th level, or what is it?
9th level.
Yeah, 9th level. I'm like, okay, this isn't Restoration Games.
Right.
But right at the beginning, like you should, they say licensed from Restoration Games or, through them, whatever.
I got
So
a quote
cool.
here from Rob Daviau and from
Oh.
Tony Vacinda TV. They call him for short.
Who could that Tony Vacinda fella be?
That's my RPG name.
Is it?
No, I want to be clear on that. This is a team involved. I don't really know any of them. Restoration Games, you got it here. Yeah. Also, this is promoted by BaggerKit.
Very
Oh,
cool.
interesting.
Yeah, very cool.
All right. Nut Hunt. This is a 1 to 5 players battle for control of the forest in this fast-paced squirrel placement game. It's doing pretty well, too, with 770 backers for a small game, as this fox is hunting the squirrels. No, I'm sorry. The squirrels are hunting nuts. Thus
Yes,
the
and the
name of the
fox.
game.
Yeah.
And the fox is bothering the squirrels.
Right.
The video on this was really good.
Yeah, it was cute.
It was very well done video.
And you also like understood what was going on at the end.
I feel like I know how to play.
Right.
After that video, not only was it entertaining and very well animated, fun, silly. When I first saw it, I thought, oh, this is gonna be one of those stupid games, isn't it? But no, I mean it's just they just went for a goofy title.
Yeah.
This looks good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
looks
I
good.
really thought so too.
It looks good. The art looks good. The game, it seems sound. I like the idea of
Hassling the fox.
moving around, and when you group 3 of your squirrels together, you put out one of those things. You can use the fox to force other people to flee places.
Or to push you into some place if
That
you
you
don't
can't
quite have
get
what
to,
you need to
yeah.
get into. Yeah.
It's a pretty solid first-time game.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think this is a good-looking project here.
Oh, it's good
I
art.
really like the art. Yeah,
I want to play an RPG game in that setting, just that,
All right.
and I want to be a squirrel in it.
First in Flight, a historical aviation board game. Now, funnily enough, if this game had been launched 4 years ago and I looked at the Artana here, I'd been like, next. Because Artana was really falling apart. But, in my opinion, their games were just like, meh. But they've been bought by Genius Games. And Genius Games knows what they're doing. Genius
Yeah.
bought them because they now have a history branch. Because all Artana games were steeped in history, they just weren't steeped in fun. Genius Games was pulling science and fun off, so they added the fun, I hope, to this one. But man, this one looks good.
This does look good.
I really like how
I
this
agree.
looks.
I agree. This looks
mean,
really good.
The gameplay looks solid. The art looks solid.
I also think I
well
like
put together page here.
The wooden better than the plastic there? Is that
I think it fits this theme so well too.
the wooden ones?
The wooden ones.
Don't you think the
Yeah.
wooden ones look...
They both look good, but yeah, I agree. I like that the plastic is very minimalistic. They still went for a bust, though.
Yeah.
Not a full standing
not
mini of like a
miniature.
person like, ta-da! It's like, it's a bust. It's classy.
Yeah.
What about those cards? Those are
I
great
think it's
cards.
very
So
good
good
looking.
looking.
Yeah, and this has that that mechanism of like Mystic Veil, where you're buying cards, going around the circle, kind of a rondelle thing, buying cards, and then when you take off and try a flight, you shuffle up and do that push your luck like Mystic Veil. I like that. When it's not every turn in a game, In Mystic Veil, I
Okay.
feel like it's every turn. It's just like flip, 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 flip. Okay, now I have a decision to make. Do I flip again, push my luck, or not?
Got it.
And in this one, you're doing that not every single time. You'll move around, buy new cards, throw them in your discard, whatever, and then do that. It seems really neat. I'm impressed. This looks different. And also light, though. It looks very approachable.
Right.
Yeah, so if you see, these are the science games that they've done, which are just great.
Oh, my.
Genotypes, subatomic, periodic, very good games. And they're not even showing all their games. They have more than that. They have a pretty solid lineup. So, yeah, very interested in this. All right, one last project. I'm assuming it's the one that you're surprised.
this
I
is
am
the one
also
I'm surprised.
mind-boggled at this, but
Really
part of it, I think,
surprised.
is the cost. The cost has got to be off, and I'll tell you why. Because I looked at this and I thought it's not funding, but it has 1,900 backers.
Right.
If you're not funding with 1,900 backers, what's going on?
Is everyone just in for $1 to see what shipping
There is a
going to
lot.
be?
Okay.
Is it?
There's 300 backers that are in for $1, but there are 1,300
Wow.
backers at $50 each. But that's not enough.
But I wonder, is it because, so my thoughts on that, is it because they're doing nothing exclusive? I haven't seen like any stretch goals. I mean, it really
I don't
is
think it
just,
matters.
here's
Usually,
the game.
usually their games. I mean, this is Lacerda
I mean, that's the thing, yeah, you're,
with Eagle Griffin. That's a
Right.
combo that's done
It's
very well.
huge. I mean,
Although
this-
this looks like a lighter game.
it is, I mean, right. And so I was wondering too, because they had that one lighter one that they did, the Lisboa, Mercado de Lisboa.
Mercado de
Is that-
Lisboa, yeah.
Well,
And
that's
it
really
didn't
like to
go
the point
well.
that was trash.
Right, and so I'm
No,
wondering if
no.
it scared that people off, but with 1,900 backers, it doesn't look like it's scaring people off. It's just, I
it
don't know.
Sandra?
I really don't know.
Isn't Sandra the name of the boss from their that game about making cars. What was that game called?
Kanban.
Kanban. Isn't
Yeah.
Sandra the name of the boss in that?
Yeah.
Is this like a spinning board?
I mean, this is supposed to be
I
like
want
Kanban
that.
EV. This is supposed to be like Kanban EV, just like a lighter version of it.
I'm kind of on board with that. I just wonder why they put their pledge level so high. Like it has to make 100,000.
Maybe it's
I think it's going
maybe
to.
for once it's a realistic goal.
I mean, okay, but they also
Maybe
haven't met it and haven't pulled it. You know, so it is
There is
realistic.
that.
It
Good
could
for
be
that.
like this really is a
Maybe
realistic
this really
goal
is what
and
they
we
need, as opposed to other people who are like 20,000, but they really want 100, so they get 80, and it slows down, and they're like, we discovered we'd like to retool some things. We've appreciated your feedback, blah blah blah. Maybe this really is what they need, and it's taken a little while to get there. If so, kudos for doing it that way. If not, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Now, this one was on one of my top anticipated games of this year, which I doubt
Really?
will get it this year, but yeah, it
What?
was.
What were you excited about in this game?
So I really like the Gallerist, and I really like Lacerda games, but I like a shorter version of something that you can get into quicker, maybe understand. I really like executive actions that he uses a lot.
Okay.
The assembly line structure of this, I enjoy cars. I mean, I don't know. I just really like the idea of a lighter Lacerda that still has depth to it and decision.
Gotta say, I think it maybe it's under.
I really don't like
it's
the look of this one.
$48. Really? I liked you better when you sat over there, Mike. Although I don't know that Mike would like this one either. They don't show
He
a ton
probably
about the
would.
game in here, though. I've noticed that. There's a little bit here at
Why
the top.
would they? It says that everything you need to know is right at the very top.
What, Lacerda Bot Factory?
Lacerda. Right there. Vital Lacerda. That's all you need to know, okay? Back it now.
I just wondered that this means they, with the price tag that they have, if they wanted 100,000, so it's 45.
Oh, here we go. Here comes the math.
No, I'm serious. I'm interested in this sort of thing.
Okay, so it's
they needed
85,000.
2,222 backers. They went in expecting 2,222 backers.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Well,
That's a lot of backers that you were.
you're simplifying the data because they don't know how many $1 backers they're getting. But yes, I see what you're saying.
No, but I mean, of the they need that many pledges of the normal one. And I'm assuming that they don't have a bigger one. That's all they have. And so they have 311 $1 pledges. They have
Right.
1,358.
And they haven't announced how much it'll be at retail, have they? I didn't see that anywhere.
No, but they're usually pretty good at making their retail stuff cost more. They're one of the few
Right.
companies that do that.
Okay.
Anyway, I think this is super interesting. I'm just surprised it's not doing as well.
I'm really surprised by that.
All right, well, that is the games. Folks, we're going to be back talking about some stuff that's not games. But before we do that, here's Mark.
Streed?
Hey folks, welcome back to another Dice Tower preview. I'm Mark, and today we have a few games to look at. We're going to be looking at a deluxe-fied version of an old classic. We're going to be using clans and giant birds to expand our territories. And we're going to be visiting Old England, trying to gain territory there. Also, we're going to be smashing a city. Let's get to it. And first up we have Suro, the deluxified version. Now this game has been a long time family favorite of ours, and this new version is simply fantastic. Oh my gosh, even the prototype is beautiful. From the bamboo scroll with the rules to the clay tiles and all the metal figures moving across the board, it is definitely a thing of beauty. So give it a closer look. And that brings us to Clash of Galliforms. Now, you are a clan working alongside birds, giant birds, that are land-based. And you're going to be expanding your kingdom, trying to upgrade technologies for your different clans, and basically be the ultimate clan of that world. Now, the board is modular, you're gonna make it up every time you play, and every player has their own player board with unique abilities for your birds and how you deploy them to the world. So, some really interesting concepts here, and the theme is something I really enjoyed. And next up we have Bretwalda. Now, this game is this old English feel. It has a stained glass feel, and the artwork, it really conveys the theme really, really well. Now, also, you're going to be moving through seasons, and you're trying to control areas of the board, holding on to Daleks, which are your victory points in the game. There's a couple different ways to get them. You've got some private objectives as well, but those seasons that you move through are going to change up how you play. You got to be mindful of food in the winter, things like that. So it definitely has a nice conquest feel, and the way battles work are super quick and easy to engage with and move through. So a lot going on in this game, and as you make decisions about which actions to perform, they do become very meaningful. Definitely one to check out. And finally, that brings us to Giant City. Now, this is a family-friendly game, very lightweight, as you have a memory component trying to remember where you placed your tiles out into the city so you don't crush them with the giants. The giants have been asleep for centuries. They wake up to find this city, and they're gonna be going on a rampage. So you'll be moving them through the city, crushing tiles, changing their mood to your benefit to get the maximum number of points. And so, for my pick of the week, I have to give a nod to Suro, absolutely. It truly does feel like an heirloom edition of the game. And, you know, after playing with this deluxe, even the prototype, I don't know that I want to play the old Suro ever again. It really is something special. But of these new games, I have to give a nod to Bretwalda. Because, you know, the theme and the artwork plays so well into this game, and you feel like you are in conquest, in a race to get the crown and be that next Bretwalda. All of your choices are super meaningful in this game. All right, folks, if any of these games look like they might be of interest to you, please go check out our full previews. And if you want your game featured as a Dice Tower preview, please shoot me an email. All right, folks, till next time, we'll see you at the table.
Maybe if the werewolf went like wrench his clothes off when he was done, it would be an easier thing to recover from.
Look at, he just sneezed and it all like exploded. I love it. All right.
Folks, if you find cool, interesting, or stupid projects on Kickstarter, send them to me at tom@dicetower.com. I got a lot this past week. I wasn't able to put them all in, but here's a few of them. Let's get started. First, we have the first Huggable Vibro acoustic speaker for anxiety relief with a really cute picture. How dare you say no to this girl who has Raggedy Ann dots on her cheek?
She's a doll. Did you watch the video?
Oh, she is a doll. I
Yes. No, not in real life, Tom. She's a human who is
playing a doll in a video.
Got it. Okay.
The video also features a man dressed as a cat and a man who is a boombox.
a boombox. A
Boombox man.
man. Yes, boombox man.
The
Wait,
video
I'm
was,
sorry. I'm so sorry I didn't watch this video.
The video was the best.
You didn't watch the video?
Not in this one.
This video was the best
This
video of the week.
It's absolutely my top hated video of the week.
This is amazing.
That's what I mean by best,
Yeah,
I suppose.
It is.
Wait, so they picked it. Oh.
Boombox man.
Boombox man.
Boombox
I'm so
man.
sorry I didn't watch this.
Wait till Boombox man holds the vibrate acoustic speaker.
Okay. I don't got anything else to say. here.
Anyway, this thing, maybe? I mean, it's a speaker. It purrs like a cat or whatever.
And
I
you
guess
stick
that's
it in
good. It's just that
We
you
need
can.
Mike back so badly.
Okay, well. Hey!
Moving on. All right. The first brake light that actually works. Just that phrase alone, I was like,
I know,
wait,
it's like,
what?
wow,
I'm pretty sure-
rude much?
I'm pretty sure mine work right now.
Anyone else who's ever made a brake light is a pure hack.
Okay,
Go
so what they're
back to
talking
the
about
drawing board.
is a brake light that's in your helmet
Or
that-
the back of your bike, yeah.
that somehow that communicates without a wire having to come down
That is correct.
to your bike.
Correct.
I actually thought this was not a terrible idea.
I think this is great. I
Unless you
really think
ride
this is
looking to the
good.
side all the time.
I mean, especially here because we have so many road bikers here, and then in like big cities, more of which it's showcasing here, where they're, a lot of in traffic and stuff like that. I think this is a fantastic idea.
It looks very well done.
I
They
really
presented it well. It
like
seems neat. Yeah, I got no problems with this.
Yeah, my
I
only
mean, I have a major problem with cyclists, but I don't have a problem with them wearing this light. This way I can find you in the dark.
Here's the thing, I would not,
Okay.
I don't care, even
Keep
with
it
this
up.
light here in Miami, I wouldn't bike at night, I don't think.
No.
It's,
Do you wear your sunglasses at night, though?
okay, anyway, no, I'm actually very cautious about biking here in the day because drivers are so bad.
Right.
And everyone I know who bikes on a regular basis has been in some sort of mishap.
Yeah, but they're also so fit.
Now there's that, shut up.
That's why I don't like cyclists, I think.
Because they make you feel bad?
And also, they've never invented a brake light that works.
Have some fried chicken.
Till now. This looks good.
Yeah, that's a nice idea. All right.
Go back one. I want to talk about that speaker again. That speaker that calms you.
The CrapKeeper.
Oh, the CrapKeeper.
This one's out here mostly just because of the name. It's basically just a bag.
It's a bag where you put stuff and you can take it to the beach.
As opposed to a diaper bag, which is essentially what this is. It looks just like a diaper bag.
Well, that's what the name means.
It does.
There's that. Yeah, I remember giving up the diaper bag when our last kid got out of diapers. You suddenly realized how much less stuff we were carrying around. We're like, whoa, because you used to put everything in it.
Right.
And they look just like this, essentially.
But isn't this...
This, you can carry that Rubik's Cube around, you know, when you're... Look at all that stuff they put in there.
Look at that. Drinks, an apple, I think, went in there.
And this lady is definitely... It shows, she's like, takes the water out, put the wine in.
Yep. I think it's cool. I mean, I think it's cool that it can hold those bigger bottles and the tall bottles, you know, and things like that. But then it has Velcro straps, which I don't know, seem very mismatched.
Strap it to a chair.
Right. Which is cool. I mean, keep it up off the ground. Like I get it,
I
but
agree.
like,
That's not
is
a bad
that
idea.
going to be so heavy? I mean, I don't know. I just
That's
wouldn't trust
true.
Velcro over time. Velcro once it gets sand in it. I mean, because it's showcasing at the beach here. Also, I'm never going to tell somebody that I own a CrapKeeper.
So, oh, I like your bag. What is it?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You can't have it. I'm not telling you.
All right, 2 more projects. Oh, I'm so sad because I put this project in here just for Mike, but it is Seafood, a game to print and play with your cat.
But Mike's not here, so you can get it for Mike.
You could back this and make it fun.
For Mike.
Wait, how close is it? Oh, it's over. It's doubled its funding
There you
cost.
go.
Okay, you could triple it then.
Yeah, you can do it. This is your
So
chance.
basically, this is hard to explain, but it's because at first I thought, oh, it's basically a guy who is asking his cat, "What do you want to eat?" And the cat goes, "Meow," which means absolutely nothing, by the way. And then the cat goes over to a shelf and knocks over some pebbles, and they land on a thing, and he's like, "Ha ha, you win, Whiskers." But then he doesn't actually feed the cat because the cat's not picking anything.
No.
So he's just kind of torturing the cat by mentioning food, and then he plays a board game with him. Kind of like you would with a child. You want to eat tonight, little guy? Sit down and play Agricola.
Wait a minute. I want
People eat in the game?
I want
You
the
get
kid
to
version
eat.
of this where you put a bunch of food there, like there's a slice of pizza, some mac and
Right.
cheese.
Like actual.
You get to throw a coin at it, and whatever lands on it, that's what you get.
eat.
But the thing I feel like making or already have made is the biggest thing, and you're hoping.
I see. It's one of those like spin the wheel things where it's like mostly garbage, and the tiniest sliver is like free hug.
Oh my word, a free hug.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There's also cake swap.
This is
This
just
is-
crazy. This looks
I don't understand
bananas, guys. It's a game to play with your cat.
But even that,
Where the cat is knocking over stuff, and you're assigning value, you the human, to where it lands. You're really just playing a game.
I think it's like this chord, but I didn't change it the first time because I didn't know it was that
Are we
chord.
out?
Yes, there's no audio. I'll let you know when it comes back in.
So then I am
not
holding the cat, right?
Working. I don't know what to tell you.
I tried.
Is it the cam link itself? Oh, let me switch out the cam link. Huh? Are you serious? Thanks, Chris.
Oh, okay, well. That's pretty good. Okay.
Ooh, that sounded like my face, yeah.
Quick, talk about Mike. Okay, audio died.
Is it seriously just not gonna work?
Z was holding the cat? Oh, they did hear that. Sweet!
Oh, it's coming through my
They can
computer's
hear
microphone.
You, Roy.
it's going.
Yeah. So if you yell, they can hear you. Sorry, everybody.
Okay.
Our video
Back
stuff
in
messed
now.
up. I don't. What if I do this? Like the input was messing up.
I love how Roy's the one they can hear, and he's like,
I'm sorry, guys.
his entire process.
And then I plug this into here.
This is
What if I get that speaker that soothes me?
Like the cam link.
Let's try the camera. Maybe it's that end.
It's not. It's this end. But I can unseat it, and I just got shocked like crazy. It was like going out. I mean, maybe that'll make it come on. It's not coming on. Let's try this again then. I don't know why it decided didn't want to work.
You think it's the actual HDMI cable?
Yes, or maybe the connection
Oh, that sucks. So it's cable right into you.
into my computer, which was less cheap.
Gremlins.
He keeps coming back and being like completely black.
You blew it.
I don't know, man.
You can stretch out your hat. But being a unicorn is definitely worth it.
Like the cam link is not lit up.
Is that what a unicorn sounds like?
Like my Chewbacca.
You don't need to do that one because can I pull the webcam up here on my computer?
Goats. I've got no farm left here. I sold 20 cats. Okay.
I'm trying to see if I can get
anything going through right now?
I got another one. I tried 2 different ones.
You want a third?
No, Chad can hear everything I'm saying. A third is probably not going to help. Most likely. It's on, but not, and then it turned off.
That's not the cam one, Ben. That's the
The-
computer.
The fact that nope. This is a different computer than we were having the issues on too. Because before we were using mine, and this is the other computer. I don't know if the cam links are just having issues with Ecamm or Ecamm just acting wacky. Everybody.
Now, let's just bring the computer over here. We'll finish. Can I reach over here?
Maybe. Oh, I could do this weird. I could.
Just do everything. Bring it over here. We'll do the webcam.
See if I can get the webcam looking proper.
I don't know.
Hold on, let me get the webcam looking proper first.
Is that another pic of the roof?
Yeah. I feel like it might be duplicates.
What?
Why won't it let me do my webcam?
We're live. Can they hear us?
They can hear us. Okay, tell a joke.
So there I am holding a cat, running for the forest. Until I hear a unicorn in the distance.
Wait, am I actually now showing?
You're showing whatever you're showing.
It's Inception!
Oh!
Do I just hold it like this?
Seafood, eat food. Cats are food, not friends. Cats are food, not
Wait.
friends.
Let it run a little bit more. I want to see if we can Inception it again.
Do it again. Ah, yeah, baby.
Triple Inception!
Oh my goodness me.
The audio's gonna be terrible though because it's coming through my computer.
What's happening, Tom? I'm very confused. Where's the video?
Alright, I got to do quadruple Inception. I apologize.
Don't apologize.
Quadception.
It is.
Ah!
Wait. Yes!
Hey!
All right, I can't handle this much.
All right. Let's do our picks of the week here.
Okay,
pick yours real
go,
quick.
pick it.
Mine. All right. I'm going to go with that science box, that science escape room.
Sweet, not my pick. Okay.
Wait, okay, I gotta find it. Hang on.
Find it.
Does it matter? Can they see it?
Yeah, they can see it. They
This
just
is
saw
what
the
they see.
quadruple
Are they gonna
inception.
see it 4 times? Possibly 5?
So I was
Oh,
thinking
you
about
can
doing
see.
Bot Factory, but I was really excited about this one. I think it is it's just innovative, you know? I mean, it's playing on the science kits that I've done a lot of that I think are really interesting, but like Z said, it's targeted for adults.
I did
so
say
you
that.
are gonna have to, that's why I quoted you. So you're gonna have to think, but then you don't have to have the science background coming into it, you know? I just think this has a lot of potential and is really unique project this week.
And you?
I'm going with First in Flight.
Hey, it's mine too.
That's a good one, yep.
It's a good looking one. My second pick would be that monkey deck.
Not
Really?
hunt. Not hunt. Because you were like talking.
That also looks good. That's third.
Yeah.
It's gonna be First in Flight,
Uh-huh.
monkey.
Nut.
No.
You sure? Sure you know what to speak of?
Hello. I feel like one of those old ladies who used to hold a horn back in the day.
All right,
What
everybody.
is it, dearie?
So congratulations, First in Flight looks great. Okay, so we'll be back
Tell me
tomorrow.
to pick yours.
Yeah, mine is also First in Flight.
Okay, gotcha.
Second in Flight.
My second one was actually Bot Factory. All right.
Yeah, my second was Bot Factory as well. Yeah.
So First in Flight. Anyway, thanks everybody. Sorry about the computer issues. We do not know what the issue is. We'll have it fixed by tomorrow. Hopefully at 2 o'clock. There's a live
Noon. There's a top 10, 18.
What's at noon?
It's that, yeah. I know.
Okay. Anyway, at 9 there's Board Game Breakfast. At noon there's a top 10 with the AT. We'll see you then. Until then, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Z Garcia.
I'm Camilla Cleghorn.
And I'm Boombox Man.